Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo here. I hope you guys are doing well. And are you ready for another juicy battle in Shogun 2 Total War Fall of the Samurai? So, in case if you guys are wondering if I said, wondering if why, okay, let me rephrase this. If you're wondering why I sound different, I do have a bit of morning voice. It is pretty early in the morning. Actually, it's 12:51 p.m. I just woke up really late. Anyways, I got the bit of a morning voice, so if I sound different, that is why. Anyways, let's look at these armies here. So you can see, I'm pretty sure this is Avatar Conquest, but we got Ricky, who's leading this yellow and blue faction. We got a lot of cool units here. Police force. We've got a lot of police force mixed in with shogunate infantry. Look at that. Very cool. He is bringing some melee units like the Yarikachi. And then back here, he's got some Katanakachi. And then, yeah, he's got more units here. The Shogatati. Here's his general. And then he's got his cav here. So, Samurai Hero. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so let's go to the other side here. The opponent here. It's a white and black faction, mostly white, a little black, I like it. I love the white and black aesthetic. We got Blaze Dude, who's bringing a lot of black bear infantry to the battlefield. He's got the flying bears, which I think is his custom elite unit, and then we got more black bear infantry. So it's a more streamlined army. Where he's got, or is the flying bears, is that an actual unit? I don't know. I'm so, Fall of the Samurai is not my expertise. And then he's got some legions of Japan, some riflemen. He's got some artillery, which is quite interesting. And then he's got some French Marines and more flying bears. So there you have it, guys. Very cool. Oh, he also has some cav as well. The Armed Dragons. I'm pretty sure these are not typical. I think these are units he's made. Again, I don't know. But I do love Fall of the Samurai. I love watching the battles in Fall of the Samurai. Now, Ricky over here, remember Ricky is the yellow faction. He has some Yariki here waiting in the trees. He also had a Vanguard unit, which I assume is going to capture all of the buildings, which is really smart. So the archery dojo would be very helpful here. And he's actually, look at this. He's gonna charge in his cav into these gunners here, the carbine cav, which is not a terrible idea. So he's using that tree line to kind of hide his troops and get them by surprise. It wasn't really worth it. It was probably a pretty even trade, if not better for Blaze Dude, because he got a lot of good shots off there. But he might have lost a couple, but still pretty solid. So the rest of the forces are still making their way. It's kind of got them in two waves here. The infantry in the back, the line infantry in the front, which makes sense. I think what he's going to plan on doing, at least what I would do in this situation, is get my guns in a good position and try to suppress down the enemy infantry, keep them busy, and then move the infantry, the melee infantry, on the flanks or aggressively rush them down in between reloads. I think that would be a pretty good play there, but we'll see what he does here. Oh, look at these guys. More French Marines. Look at these fancy fellows. I love the Victorian time period. Would love to have, well, I'm very hesitant on saying, I would love to see a Medieval 3 Total War or a Victorian Total War. I would love to see a Victorian Total War back when CA was 2010. Then I would like to see a Victoria, but in today's CA, I would not. I don't really care what they make. I'm just not interested. And again, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, just being honest. But yeah. Anyways, he's stretching out his lines. Look at this. He is stretching out all of his line infantry, ready to hold. Now that, I don't know, that could be a little risky. If personally, what I would do if I was Blaze Dude is I would try to focus, because it's a thin line. You could probably break through somewhere. So I would focus, spearhead an attack on a certain part of the line, and just try to keep him busy in other parts of his battle line here and just break through. The only problem is if you get too bayonet chargey, you're going to have to take on this infantry, which he's got in reserve, which is going to, definitely do some damage to your riflemen in close combat. But look at this. He's like trying to take up the entire map here, or as much as possible. And both of them are just kind of sitting here and not ready to move. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, see what happens here, because this is not the most exciting thing. But they're going to probably reform and try to get into a good position, I assume. I don't know what's happening here. Both of them just sitting around thinking about what to do next. Okay, well, a big thank you to the artillery from Blaze Dude, which is going to put a flame under Ricky, and hopefully we'll get him to push, which it looks like he is. He is pushing the police force over on his left flank, and he's going to try to get up to this ridge line and fire down at the cav here. So yeah, that is the great thing about artillery, is you can force a player to come to you, because obviously just sitting back and doing nothing is a negative. I mean, look at this. He's already lost, I think that was the general's bodyguard. He lost some of the general's bodyguard. He lost some infantry or whatever. So, yeah, it's definitely going to put a flame under his feet, I suppose, or not. I don't know. He's just kind of hanging back. I would get the ball rolling here. The longer you wait, the more damage that artillery is going to do to you. Okay, so finally, I think we've got them advancing forward. Blaze here, Blaze Dude, pushed up his troops a little bit with his Black Bear infantry, and now he's going to use this hill. Look at this cover this hill gives him for the Arikachi. They're going to be able to get to this, and then right before, they get tagged a little bit there on the flank, but look at this, right before, they're not going to pull off a shot. Oh, they just barely going to pull off. Only like half the unit fired, though. Not a good angle, but at least he's got another unit kind of covering them. So that's a pretty good play there, using that hill and making them run down to the next unit. I hope they don't fire on each other, but they're going to go ahead and stand firm here with their Black Bear infantry and take on this Yarikachi. And here comes more infantry charging in, and this is definitely becoming a wild battle very quickly. And then we've got some units way on the flank over here as well. Look at that. And oh, a big gunfight here. It looks like the Tosa riflemen are getting chewed up. So they're going to fall back. And nice. This is actually pretty good. He's got his gun support up on the hill. This is actually pretty sweet. Look at this. Nice little, yeah, get them, boys. Get them. Yee. So, yeah, ooh. It's like he's wavering. Oh, yeah, they're wavering. So, Billy, I don't know, there's a pretty even trade there. There's a lot of infantry gone on both sides. Billy Blaze, this is intense, guys. This is a hell of a firefight right now. Oof. Just two sides just trying to kill each other, right? Yeah, that's what they're doing. Good old obvious statements there. The French Marines holding this. This would be the left flank of Billy. Not Billy Blaze. That's someone else. Blaze Dude. They're gonna reform. It looks like they're winning on this flank here. I don't know if this was just a diversion or just trying to stretch out his lines or what, because it does look like he... Oh, wait, another infantry charge here. Look at this. Going in with the katanas. We got more infantry going into the fight. We got the police force who are charging in with katanas and guns. Black Bear infantry falling back across the river. I think he's going to try to use the river here a little bit. Mass converging forces, and they're gonna form up a defensive position by their artillery and hope that their artillery can do a lot of damage. We got a police force over here as well, a melee force. Now they're also charging on the flanks as well. Let's kind of zoom out a little bit, get a bit better view of this. Look at this. Oh my god, just trying to hit them with overwhelming force, and it looks like it is winning. It is going very well. And just like that, he crushes the forces. We're going to go ahead and end the replay, or not view the replays, end the battle. So that was a really quick battle, so I think what I'm going to do is show you another one. I think the person who sent this one in, which was Ricky, he sent in 3 battle replays, so I'll cover another one. Just so this video is not only 11 minutes long, so we can have a couple battles here. But yeah, let's just load out here and just see. There we go. Yeah, so thank you, Ricky, for the battle replay. Got an insane amount of kills, a lot of losses too, but overall, the police force, wow, doing 227. So pretty crazy stuff. It looks like he just, you know, hit him with, like, he did a good job of like stretching on his lines, and I guess not too thin. It was a pretty cool strategy where he stretched out his lines and then kept his infantry evenly dispersed behind the lines, and then once it looked like the Blaze guy got a little comfortable, he charged in his infantry, and it just like broke his lines. And then once he got that through that initial line, he just stormed that artillery, and they just could not hold. So let's go ahead and load up another one, guys. Okay, guys, here we are with the next battle, and we got Ricky here going as the same yellow and blue color here. It looks like he's got some bird force, shogunate infantry. He's got more of the police force, which did wonders for him in the last battle. He's got some spear levy, so he's bringing some like cannon fodder type troops. And he's got the katana kachi, and then he's got more of the shagatai. I never get that one right. And then he's got his yari ki in the back. So pretty balanced army. Guns, spears, swords, and cav. Pretty balanced. Now over on the other side, we've got the King of Mordor, who is bringing this cool white and red faction. And he's bringing a lot of rifles in the front line here. Some sharpshooters as well. Look at that. He's bringing some, well, here's his general. Over here, he's got the Shogunate Guard Infantry. Very cool. More Shogunate Guard Infantry. Another unit of Shogunate and another unit. So he's really bringing a lot of those. Revolver Cav, Yari Ki, and Bow Keys. So there you go. There you go. Pretty solid force. Lots of professional troops. You got the United States Marines. Over here you have the Shogunate, another Shogunate Guard Infantry. So it seems like it's going to be a battle of philosophies of quantity versus quality. And we'll see how that plays out. But also, let's keep in mind that Ricky has the hill. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this plays out. But I'm thinking you probably are gonna need, once again, a lot of those melee elements to this battle, because since the Mordor guy invested so much into elite riflemen, and he doesn't look like he has any melee units of his own. So I think this battle is going to be all about closing the gap. So maybe this hill won't really help you too much. I mean, it will help you, but I think what Ricky needs to do is close the gap and get his katanas in melee against those deadly riflemen. Because, yes, they're pretty good riflemen, but they're really good at shooting guns, not fighting in melee. So it's something that you got to consider, and something you probably should do is try to get in close range of these guys and try to kill them, you know, with your katanas. But we'll see how that plays out. All right, well, it looks like Ricky is going for a cav engagement. He's sending over his spear levy to support him. This is pretty good. I don't think Mordor realizes that he's about to be charged here. And he's going to go for the revolver cav, who might get a shot off. They do. They get a really good shot off. And sure enough, he is going to run away because he sees that spear infantry coming to help out, that levy spears. But they don't even need the levy spears. My goodness, this Yari Ki is just crushing them. Oh, no, no. Keep chasing. Keep chasing. Do not let these guys fire off another volley of their revolvers. And then here comes another charge into this Bokeh, trying to get all these skirmishing cav off the battlefield. This is a huge victory for Ricky here. A huge victory, and he doesn't have to worry about skirmish cav anymore. And now he can just focus on this flank. That is huge, guys. I mean, that skirmish cav could have been a great tool to soften up the melee units. You know, they could have ridden around on the flanks and fired at the melee units, or even supported with the gun battles, you know, the line battles. But now that the skirmish cav is gone, now there's still some cav units over here, and it's a Yariki, and then over here it's another Yariki. So he's gonna probably put them in the center and play with, you know, use his cav defensively. Probably won't get aggressive with them. But there we go. We've got shots fired from the sharpshooters into the police force, who is advancing through the tree line. So that's gonna, again, put some pressure on Ricky. Again, he has the advantage of the hill, but his guns, his line infantry isn't nearly as good. And oh, nice hidden troop here of the Shogunate Guard infantry, who are gonna pop some shots. There we go. Pop some shots onto the cav. That's huge. Good move there. And now I would face these guys to try to kill the police force and this Shogunate infantry that's trying to advance on your position. Oh, once again, getting a great volley onto the Samurai Hero. Which, Samurai Hero, no wonder they won that cav engagement. Alright, the police force are opening up on the Shogunate infantry, and then now we've got Levy Spears coming up as well. But the police force, they're actually doing pretty good. They're doing really good. An intense battle in the forest. Nice little firing going on over here by the Shogunate infantry. Got the Samurai Hero, I assume, using their bows here. I personally, I wouldn't have put my cav behind the line. I would have put them like over here. That way, you know, they're not getting hit by stray bullets that are hitting the police force. And then, oh, look at this. Massive push. Massive push. I think he's going to fully engage here with, once again, with melee. This is a very similar battle to the last one in terms of tactics. He's running downhill. His melee's going in first. He's trying to close the gap. But if I was the King of Mordor, I would fall back. Maybe get a volley, fall back. You don't want your sharpshooters in melee against these guys. But what's going on here? Oh my god, the Shogunate Guard infantry is breaking, and the Spear Levy are about to charge in now. Oh, gutted. Yes, massive infantry charge. The police force are going in as well. Yeah, he's just going brute force. Brute force. See, I didn't expect this. Oh my goodness. To lose all these sharpshooters is a crime. He should have fallen them back to this hill. And now the line infantry is completely out of position. This is a perfect dream for Ricky or anybody who has a melee-focused army. The fact that the line infantry is shifting as the melee infantry is charging is going to be disaster. Now, I think Ricky is going to single-handedly win this battle with this, pretty much with this melee. Oh my god, look at this fight. Look at this fight. Oh my god, how horrific is this? And then you got the guns just like firing into the blobs. I'd be pretty mad as a melee guy. I'd be like, whoa, hey. I know you got your fancy technology, but I'm going in the traditional way and you're kind of shooting me in the back. Samurai hero going for the shogunate guard. His units are just lighting them up. And yeah, that was a huge blunder on the King of Mordor. You can't move your line infantry like that while infantry is charging you. Now Ricky is kind of putting a flank here on the main line so he can fire into them without firing into his own men. Now we got the cav charge going in to try to support this line. And we got the shogunate guard infantry charging in. So yeah, I mean, guys, that's one thing you got to consider. Like, if you are if you're bringing a lot of guns and your opponent isn't, what the advantage you have over your opponent is space. Basically, like, keep space between you and him so you can fire as many rounds as you can into his infantry. And what happened here is when he was charging and the lines were shifting, they could have been firing instead of shifting. So it's one thing to really consider. Make sure you're in a good position where if he does bonsai charge you, you have a a solid ground and enough time to put in multiple volleys into his men. That was his best bet, but that's going to be a dominant victory there, clear victory, and that's going to wrap up this battle as well. We'll go ahead and end the battle. Look at the results here. So, again, appreciate Ricky for the battle replays. It was really cool. Always looking for more Shogun 2 battles. They're quite fun, and they're quick, but they're intense and pretty action-packed. And, of course, I don't do a ton of Shogun 2 replays all the time, so it's always nice. But, yeah, this was just a dominant battle. He greatly outnumbered him because King of Mordor went for that quality. And then kills, let's see, the Shogunate infantry, 207. And then, of course, a lot of his melee cav did a good job. Just blitz him. He blitzed him, basically, and got him by surprise. So that's going to wrap it up here, guys, for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and everything like that, sub and whatnot. But I appreciate the support, guys, and I will see you next time on the battlefield.